2015 is your year for games. What does that mean? Absolutely no one knows, but if it doesn't get you excited about the next 12 months, then nothing will. It also means this is the time to get pumped. I want to get pumped. You want to get pumped. We all know Arnold Schwarzenegger definitely wants to get pumped, so fly into the new year with the 5 games you have to be pumped for. And we have officially overused and ruined the word pumped. Remasters are definitely responsible for all the wrong in the world, according to the internet anyway, but Grim Fandango is a little bit different. A forgotten gem of a point-and-click adventure that's now well over 15 years old, Grim Fandango oozes charm, personality, style, and all manner of words that video game journalists love to use, even though they don't actually mean anything. Getting back on track, it manages to boast interesting and lovable characters, a genuinely intriguing storyline, and a sense of humour that most games today would kill for, should they have the ability to murder each other, which would be a game in itself. I have no idea either. Still, if you've played Grim Fandango, you know why it's so good, and if you haven't, you're more than allowed to get excited, and get excited now. A quick history lesson: Uncharted 3 sucked. It didn't suck when stood alone, but compared to the awesome Uncharted 2, it felt like somewhat of a misstep. This was mainly because, one would assume, Naughty Dog's A team was working on The Last of Us, leaving its B team to try and wrap up Nathan Drake's trilogy. Like an unloved child. Yes, there was the section on the plane, and the level where it asked you to escape a sinking ship, but this was surrounded by horrible difficulty spikes and somewhat broken shooting, the latter of which was acknowledged by the developer in a post-release patch. Given that those internally are aware of this slight slump, plus the sheer love generated by The Last of Us, and the fact this is Uncharted's PS4 debut though, means everyone involved will ultimately go all out to ensure we all stand up and salute when this is released. After all, it's not like Sony would ever put out utter gumph when dealing with initial launches on its new machines. For some reason, it seems easy to forget about Metal Gear Solid, mostly because A, it's been on the release calendar for what seems like an eternity, and B, every time Kojima shows it off, he seems to get his cage rattled by another AAA title that he decides is better than his own. Cue silence as Konami and its friends make a few tweaks and changes. Even with all that, however, Metal Gear Solid's track record is so good, 5 is surely destined for nothing but great things. And yeah, I am including 2 in that. Jack Bauer is threatening to ruin the whole experience, but I would expect the Phantom Pain to be met with glowing praise and drop jaws when it finds its way to consoles early next year. One of the worst moments of 2014 is when Batman Arkham Knight got delayed into 2015. Not just because its release was postponed, but because it was postponed till June. June! We could all be dead by June! Admittedly, that's unlikely, but despite an expected delay, I doubt anyone assumed it would be pushed back into the middle of next fucking year. This will all be worth it as, one would assume, Rocksteady is using this time to make the real third entry in the Arkham series as good as it can possibly be. And that's important too. Arkham City was a next to perfect Batman experience, and while nowhere near as polished, anyone who dipped their toe into Origins is now, justifiably, maybe a little bored of the formula. The answer? The London-based developer has got to raise the bar yet again, and I have a good feeling that's exactly what will happen. Then we can all pretend to be Batman, and that, my friends, is what life is all about.
Oh, Gordon, thank God you're okay. Hold on a sec, I'll get you out of there.